Hey there folks, Jaybird here with another lawn video. Just want to do a little checkup, general checkup on the lawn, sort of tell you where I'm at, sort of tell you where I have a few problems. So one problem is right here in the front yard. You can see, now this was just watered, so it's hopefully a little easier to see, but you can see the Poa annua. And you can see this spot here where I basically tried to scrape up the Poa annua after it mostly died, and then I overseeded over here too. Overseeding at this time of year is tough, but it's not going to live because of the heat from the summer is coming, but I wanted to do it anyway. The other thing that's coming up in my yard is this. So you can see this is Bermuda. I have just pulled it out by hand. There's a whole bunch in this trash can here, but I have had a lot of problems with Bermuda, especially on the edges of the driveway. When it gets hot, that's what Bermuda likes. It likes that heat. So I basically plucked it out by hand, but I will be spraying that with some Ornamec and possibly some Pylex if I pull the trigger and buy the Pylex. Pylex is expensive, maybe $500 to $600 per little bottle of Pylex, but it might be worth it. We'll see. But you can see the yard is pretty green. Carbon X really helped a lot, but it's also very splotchy. I have like different kinds of fescue going on here. So right there, it's really thin kind of grass. I'm not even sure this is fescue. And then right next to it is fat fescue. We got thin next to fat. So it's pretty clumpy, to be honest with you, and it's just right here in the front yard section. So it's probably hard to see, but right up here is where I overseeded. I had a stump ground and I overseeded. Looks okay. It's all green at least. This is the tree that I edged, and I did a root flare video just to update. The edging still looks good on it. So I'm pretty pleased with that tree. I did it for all my trees really. This right here is another stump that I had ground, so you can see that grass is coming in okay. It's not perfect, but again, I didn't want to wait till fall to do any overseeding. It'll probably die, but that's okay. Let me show you another problem. So this is my sidewalk strip. I do a lot of attention to this strip and try to edge it well. It's a little shaggy right now, but it's okay. The biggest issue with this strip is there's a lot of neighbor traffic and dogs, and you can see I have a little problem here. Right here. So that's a dog urine stain. So I have maybe 3 or 4 of these all up and down my sidewalk strip. And I saw on the Lawn Care Nut on Facebook group where some guys have done some transplanting. In other words, they plant some grass in a tray or in a dish or something, just for this purpose. So they dig this out and they put plugs in. So that was interesting. I don't know why I hadn't thought of that, but I haven't planted any grass like that. So what I am gonna do is just pull some out of a different part of the yard that's like in the backyard that doesn't get a lot of view, and then do that. I'll do it later, not this video. So I have the sprinklers going here, but maybe you can see some striping going on. I don't try to stripe. I don't have a striping kit on my mower, but you can tell how I'm mowing the grass maybe. You know, from this angle, it looks okay. But when you get on top of it, you see all sorts of problems. I have neighbors walk by and when I'm cutting the grass and they say, "Yard looks great." And I always say, grass is always greener on the other side, as they say. But it looks okay from certain angles. So that's it for this update, folks. Hope you all have a good Memorial Day weekend. We'll see you next time.